Okay, so today I feel as if we have reached a new minimum low with this dog. And I guess what I mean by that is a lot of people, they look at training and they're like, oh man, how good can my dog act on his best day? Well, what I really want to see is, how does my dog act on his worst day, right? That's what I really care about, because I'm just expecting to go out to trial and it to be the worst day. Of course, I'm going to try to train in such a way and manage the dogs in such a way and schedule everything in such a way that we hit that groove where he is really strong, where he is really outgoing on the track, where he is great in his obedience and his protection. But I'd like to know where our minimum low is. And for that, I just want to see how he performs in his worst conditions, the environments he struggles the most in. So today we had a lot of food on the first leg of the track, a lot of I use as kibble. And then obviously he had to walk through that goalpost area, and there's a lot of trash around there. So I was a little bit concerned that he might indicate on the trash. He didn't indicate on any of the trash, but he was casting and he was confused by it. So that tells me I need to show him more of that kind of environment without going so far that he starts looking at those things as possible indicators, right? Possible articles. So didn't really think them as possible articles today, so I was really pleased with that. And then we got into the second half of this track, and he did really, really well in the last leg, the last third, and the second half of that second leg. He did really, really good. That corner, I've come to the conclusion that if your dogs can see the flags, so can you. And if you can see the flags, so can your dogs, okay? So when you're using the flags, it makes a reliance on them, both with your dog and with yourself. The way that my trainer, the guy who taught me how to track, basically told me if you don't ever want to forget an article or a corner, leave a $100 bill on it, you'll never forget it again, right? And I think that's a great idea in principle. I don't personally do that. I just take it that seriously every time I'm out there. But I'm definitely going to get away from using the flags in any capacity, which makes tracking in places like this where there are no icons to cue you off of, left, right, article, really, really difficult, but it's something that you just need to do. And it's a skill, you know, it's like anything else. You're going to get better and better at it the more and more you do it, but you're definitely going to make mistakes. And you're definitely going to regress in your tracking a little bit if you're not careful doing that, just because you can't help your dog not blow a corner or not blow an article if you don't know where those things are. So something to be aware of, definitely. I think he did great. He's got a little bit of happy tail syndrome right now, which he always has. It's not something that I would ever worry about amputating. A lot of people amputate their dog's tails, but I think his is fine. I think he just needs to let the hair grow back, get lots of baths and shampoo and conditioner on that skin because it's clearly dry right there. Other than that, man, I think you're just about ready for an IGP 1, I think. Probably 20, 30, 40, 60, 80, 100 more tracks before then, but we're getting there.